Excuse me? Hi guys, it's Sarah. In today's video, we're going to be walking our pet raccoon, Piper. Walking a pet raccoon can be much more complicated than just walking a dog for many reasons, but mostly because they are much more independent, so they're not as keen to just simply follow you. But also because raccoons are kind of oddly shaped, they have a little head and wide hips, so the traditional harness does not always work. So in this video, we're going to test 3 different ways to walk Piper and see which works best for a pet raccoon. Okay, so first let's talk about the traditional leash and harness. Like I already mentioned, a raccoon's shape is very different from a dog or cat. They just don't have the same proportions. So finding a harness that will fit them is gonna be kind of difficult. And then if you do find one that will fit, getting a harness on a pet raccoon can be very difficult, if not impossible. And if the raccoon does not want to wear the harness, then good luck. We tried to put a harness on Piper and it did not go so well. So one method Mitchell found to alleviate this harness struggle is to use the leash and then just kind of loop it around itself and then put that on their little bodies, and then the raccoon doesn't mind as much. We have not yet trained Piper enough to want to take her outside using just the leash. We definitely want her to get more comfortable with it and get more used to it before we take her out on the streets. But Tito was a pro at it. He loved going on walks, he loved being outside, and we never really had any issues with him slipping out of the leash. Next up, we have a pet stroller. We saw a pet stroller online and we were really intrigued at the idea. We thought it would be a great way to transport a pet raccoon because it is fully enclosed, so we could just take her where we need her to go and she can't just like wander wherever she wants. But also we liked that it looked really spacious. So here's how it went when we used the pet stroller for the first time. Not sure where the zippers are.
Yeah, I know, but it was coming unzipped.
So So the stroller worked out super well. It was definitely easy to put her inside the stroller because of the large opening it had. And then when we took her outside, Piper really enjoyed being in it and feeling the fresh air while we pushed her. And she definitely had plenty of room to sit or lay down even inside the stroller. Also, another perk of it is that it was super discreet. Unless you were right next to the stroller, you couldn't just tell that there was a raccoon inside. But like anything, there were a few cons to the stroller. First, it's kind of bulky and not very portable. So let's say we wanted to take Piper somewhere to go on a walk, like a park. We'd have to lug around this big stroller in our car. Also, raccoons are very smart, so there's a real possibility that Piper one day will be able to figure out the zipper. She already could stick her hand outside of the stroller, and then she wanted to touch the zipper because it felt like a toy to her. So we're just praying that she doesn't figure out how to open it, because if she does, she could easily climb out. Also, this stroller was not the most sturdy. Mitchell tried running with it, and the wheels were not having that. They kind of gave off a weird sound and were a little shaky.
Turn on the knob.
I just wanted to like
Run! Oh no, those wheels.
We did buy a more budget-friendly stroller because we didn't know if our raccoons would enjoy it, and there are others out there, so we may have to upgrade, but we wouldn't recommend this one for like unpaved trails or if you're gonna run with it. Oh, and another con is that Piper obviously is not actually walking, so this isn't exercise for her. It's just a way to like transport a raccoon from point A to point B. She did love being outside, and it was a walk for us. But as far as walking a pet raccoon, she's not getting any exercise. Next to try, we have a pet backpack. We've seen these all over the internet, usually with cute cats trying them out, and we thought like, ooh, that might work for our pet raccoons. Let's give it a try. And here's how that went.
Oh, she's pulling on my hair.
oh yeah.
First off, it was not as easy to get Piper in the backpack as it was to put her in the stroller, mostly because the backpack wasn't as spacious. Thankfully, Piper did want to get in the backpack that day, so it wasn't too difficult, but I can imagine it being very difficult if she was not wanting to get in. The perk of the backpack is that it actually is super secure in that she couldn't get her arm out, she couldn't grab anything, and she definitely couldn't reach a zipper to potentially open it herself. But a major downside to the backpack is that when you're wearing it, you can't see her. When we were using the stroller, there was like a little flap that if you lift up, you could see her through a little window in it, so you could always be checking on her, making sure she's okay. But if you're just alone and wearing the backpack, you have no idea how she's doing back there, and you'd have to take it off to get an update on her, which we didn't really love. And so space-wise, she wasn't as comfortable as in the stroller, but also the stroller was a more smooth ride for her, whereas in the backpack, she was kind of jostled with every step we took. You can kind of see her going up and down as Mitchell and I took steps. And then we would feel that too. Every time we took a step and she moved a little bit, it would weigh on our shoulders and on our back. And probably after a while, that would get really uncomfortable. So it could potentially be uncomfortable for both us and for her. So I'd more so recommend this if you have like a cat who doesn't weigh as much as Piper or isn't as big. And then it'll probably work out really well for you. So I think we should pick a winner for this video, and I think the winner is the pet stroller. It was easy to get Piper in it. She was definitely comfortable inside, and we could see her at all times to make sure she's safe. We may have to get another stroller in the future that is maybe more sturdy or bigger, and then that way we can get Tito and Piper in there at the same time, because together they weigh a lot. I don't know if we would want to put them both in this one. Links to all the products will be in the description. We definitely recommend the stroller, and we even recommend the backpack if you have a smaller pet than our pet raccoons. So thank you so much for watching. We'd appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye.